Amy and I are going to grade all the 2-year-olds right now. So this will be... we can't project. But a lot of these horses have done enough to be impressive. I mean, C's are horses that just haven't put it all together yet. B's in any form are horses that have been racing well. We have to only relegate the A+ as a horse that are doing it perfect right now, because that sets the stage for A's and A-, right?
Literally, I don't think I have any.
That's false.
Okay.
False.
I think they should train a few more times before we put labels on them.
We've been grading them all along.
Okay.
Amy's a little jet lagged after shipping back.
No.
No, you're all right? You ready to go? Put a smile on. All right, here we go. ACDC was a winner in the open house. I thought he looked great the other day. Amy said he was just soured a little bit when she struck him with the whip when he cleared to the front. Probably looking at the TV, looking around, and then kind of goosed him, and he just got a little cranky and run. We're going to fix that. He's going to be castrated right away next week. I'm going to more look at the body of work he had from start to finish. We got him gated. Then he went to the open house. The horse looked awesome at the open house and with the other pacers. And then fast forward 3 weeks later, makes a break on the front end. I've seen how he's been training. I don't think we need to do a whole lot more than we just talked about doing with him. I'm going to give him an A-, one, because he already beat all the pacers on open house day. And two, I think he'll be a much, much better horse when we castrate him.
I was going to give him a B.
That's fair. That's fair. Just a B,
yep.
Not a B+, not a B-, just a B. Any reasoning? You went with him the other day. Do you want to elaborate in any way?
Well, you have to do more than that to be an A.
I agree, but he did do more than that. He beat everybody in open house day.
Okay, but you can't, clear to the front and pull up.
Well, could it be that he saw the TV and then he hit him?
No, it was well before the TV.
I
He just progressively kept slowing down, and I asked him to keep going, and then he's like, right. "Oh, I'm just gonna gallop."
Is that what he did? Is that what he said? If he had a little bubble, that's what it would be.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Amy's gonna give him a B. I gave him an A-. Any horse that goes out and does their work well, I don't think what he did yesterday was very greenish. Was very immature. So I think it's an easy fix moving forward. That's a pizza for the kids. It's an easy fix moving forward. Castrate the horse. And move forward. I'm apt to leave him as an A-. I don't blame you for saying B. I think your reasoning is fair. Aunt Sarah, I'm going to let you start with this one.
I wouldn't even be able to pick her out on the track.
She was the one flying late in the last set where Degas won, and she was weaving through.
Oh, I was gone.
I know, so was I.
Okay.
Yep. But she has been doing her work well, though. So you don't want to grade Aunt Sarah?
Oh, it's not very fair.
Okay.
For me to grade her.
I'll grade her. I'm going to give her an A. Just because she was absolutely awesome in open house day, and then flying late. I know Tyler really, really likes this filly. She was absolutely flying late. I'm gonna take a picture of the food. I like that. It's a very nice one. Absolutely flying late in the mile yesterday. They won a mile, and I'm thinking I had them in like 250, 251. But Aunt Sarah, to me, is an A. Probably should be an A+. But I'm going to relegate that to horses that I think are truly strong and powerful horses. Right now, Aunt Sarah's a solid A. Blue Rare. You want to go? She acted up going out the door yesterday on Jason, but they said she was perfect today.
I saw you train her the other day. She looked nice.
She's very fast filly.
Say A.
Yeah, A. I think you're right. Had she not acted up yesterday and just kind of been so-so, she's a solid A+. I think this is one of the strongest, fastest trotting fillies we have at the moment. But you have to do it right. If we're going to give it A+s out, they have to be a horse that were perfect either yesterday or in the near future. And just because Blue Rare I probably trained her faster than anybody's been in the barn yet. Just because I was able to do that by herself does not mean she gets a pass on her overall body of work. So I'm giving her a straight A also. Capistrano Nights, you went with her both times this week. You can talk with her. I'm going to tell the kids to get their pizza.
Some work to do.
Talk to them.
What? Capistrano Nights made a break both times. She did the exact same thing she did the other day. She just overpaced herself. Whether that's confidence or we need to adjust some equipment, I'm going to let Anthony figure that out. She's following well. She's doing everything else right during the mile. Just she just overpaced herself again, and she'll get better.
There you go. You're practicing all by yourself.
Yeah,
I got your pulp.
Great, thank you.
And I got a piece of pizza for myself. Capistrano Nights.
I didn't give a grade. She gets a B.
A B?
Yeah.
That's fair. I think I'll give her a B also. Very fast filly. I keep drawing comparisons to Gorgeous Package because she acts the same. Lots of speed, a little skittish, a little crazy, a little, out of gear sometimes. But that speed is just bubbling there under the surface, and I really, really like this filly. Doesn't wear a boot. I think we had a pair of shin boots on her the other day at train. She was awesome. I think a B is fair. I think you're going to see her do really good things moving forward. Captain Doolin.
I don't feel comfortable grading him off of a surgery and needing a break.
That's fair. I think we're going to skip grading him. I think she's 100% correct. This horse hasn't had an opportunity to do his work correct yet, so it'd be very unfair to grade him. I'm not going to grade him yet. I still have high hopes for him. This is a brother to a very, very nice horse, and there's no reason to look down upon him. I know the breaks, guys, I can't say enough. I don't care about the breaks right now. If they're not concerning me, they shouldn't concern you, and if they do concern you, that's fine. Everybody, it's your prerogative. But I'm telling you, there's very few horses that truly concern me right now in the barn. There were two. Now there's none. So Captain Doolittle, you're right. Cherry's girl.
She didn't train. She's got a curve.
It's still greater.
Oh.
I'm going to say A-. I think she's going to be a nice filly.
You said no projections.
Well, she already did win a training set earlier on. She looked great. She popped that curb, and then you could clearly see it was bothering her. It was pretty fair.
Okay.
So to say that it wasn't would be wrong and naive. I think it does bother her, and the body work she had, the work she did before that was plenty. So I'm going A- just because I really like the filly. You don't want to grade her?
No.
That's fine. Degas.
Oh, Degas better. I give her an A-.
Oh my God.
No, she was.
You pissed and moaned about Degas forever.
She was terrible up until yesterday.
Shockingly. Like I told everybody, these are athletes. You put work into them, and at some point, they're going to come to life.
Okay, let's calm down. They went in like 50.
Yeah, and what?
Did
you need them go on 2.5 for you to be happy?
No, that's a
Jason said she was very good the other day. I'm giving her an A- also, just because I think there's a lot more she can do.
I just don't trust her dad.
Oh my God! Will you stop? One grouping of chimpanzees, and all of a sudden you don't like them. There were some good chimpanzees last year. Let's let the horse. I
wanted a Colt. Oh, we do have one.
Yeah, we do have one.
Oh yeah, here's everything.
And what? I don't care about that. So Degas, A- is across the board. I'm glad that Amy's eating some crow with this filly so far. Diosa della Danza.
Oh, she can't. She has to get a B-.
I think a B is fair. You tell me why B- then.
Because she's been going long enough where she should be able to sit behind another horse and not be darting in and out and trying to kick.
Well, first off, I don't know if she tried to kick.
I don't either. That's just what you said.
Secondly, I think you're correct. She shouldn't be darting in and out. You're right. So I'm inclined to give her a B. But I think there's lots of speed in there. And remember, she's a dancing Yankee. She might dart in and out until she's 4, right? The other filly still did stupid stuff too, but was a very, very nice filly to drive. So you're going B-. I'm going B, just a straight B. I think there's lots of room for improvement with this filly, but I think there's a big, big engine underneath. Don't ask again.
B just based on her attitude needs to come around.
Agreed, 100%. We're getting our first look at Captain Cory's. A couple of fillies, Cherry's Girl, we just talked about. And Don't Ask Again also, and the Colt and Captain Doolittle. So a small sampling of those horses, but I like what I see in this filly. But Amy's correct. Sometimes their attitude in these fillies, you need to understand. Take what I'm about to tell you with a grain of salt. Aunt Lily was the most miserable cow on earth in January, February last year. Nobody wanted to even go around her, and she ended up being our best trotting filly last year for the most part. In Ohio. And I see a lot of the same. I do see Don't Ask Again getting better, right? I do see her getting better on the track. I do see her getting a little happier in the burn. So I'm more inclined to believe that these are baby steps and that she is coming forward. And once she realizes that she is actually really talented, I think at that point you're going to see her come forward. I can't tell you when that's going to be. I hope it's sooner than later, but we'll see with Don't Ask Ian. I think Amy's right. Solid B's across the board for her and I. Dune, you haven't seen much of Dune because she's been in Ontario. I saw her train 2 weeks ago. I thought she looked super impressive. For being in Michigan, Philly, who knows what lies ahead for us. I know I'm excited to try and book a week.
We know that they're not having anything next year.
No, that's not true. No one knows that. That's people in Michigan talking that don't know.
Oh,
They haven't put anything. They have to have 2-year-old and 3-year-old races. They can't sell babies and not have 3-year-old stakes. Now there may be somebody out there saying, "Well, yes, of course they can." I don't think that's the case. Iowa has a strong stake program without any major racetracks. Missouri, I believe, has stake races also. So the idea, I'm disappointed that the lawmakers in Michigan have not supported the horse racing industry and agriculture. Disappointed that they haven't moved forward to get live wagering at one of their facilities in Michigan. But hopefully that will come around. And when it comes to Dune, I don't know what's going to happen, but I am going to be excited to watch her race this summer. I'd love to go to Ludington again. It was nice, wasn't it? I thought it was really fun that weekend. Anyway, Dune, don't know about the future of Michigan. I think that's unfair of me to speak about it because I have no idea. But it wasn't that far long ago that this was the same type of thing that we never got that far down the path. In Ontario, it was nipped in the bud, and lawmakers and politicians worked together to get a contract struck and worked out. That has not been the case yet in Michigan, and I hope they get to it in the near future. So Dune, we didn't grade Dune. I'm going to go with just a straight B. I think she's a nice filly and has done her work well. Anything to add? No. Just a nod, just a head nod. Can I have a drink of that? Thank you. It's very good. Alyssa Hanover, I know Steve and I have had a lot of conversations about Alyssa Hanover. This is Alyssa Hanover's sister by Green Shoe. Well-bred filly, probably worth pretty good money as a broodmare. When it comes to this filly in particular, I like this filly. I told Steve I liked her. I thought she trained great yesterday. She was only beat by a pacer and one of our very best horses in Uncle Danny. I thought she looked great, and I think she's going to continue to look good. I like Alyssa Hanover. I'm giving her an A-.
I was going to say B+ because she was a lot better than the last time I saw her.
Yeah, she is improving, and I think that's what put her in the A category for me. I could have done anything with her yesterday, and quite frankly, I could have chased her a little bit harder, but I didn't want to put her on the run and have Steve upset and say, "Oh, why'd the filly make a break?" When it comes to this filly, I think she's going to come forward. She likes her work. She's starting to use her hobbles properly now and becoming a nice trotter. So I give her an A-. She went to B+. Emerald Tom.
Was he in the set with...
He was in the first set, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Joey went with him.
Yeah, he was good.
He was very good. And he's a good-looking horse. Yeah. I keep forgetting how tall he is. No, he's big. Really big, Colt. I like him. I think he does his work well, but you were about to grade him.
I gave him an A.
Really? Impressive. I was going A-. I just think when I look at a horse, when I see the horse, say that horse can be way better, even though the horse is good, I'm more apt to say A-. If the horse is getting to where I believe an A+ is possible, I'm more likely to give an A. So you say A, I say A-. I like Emerald Tom a lot, though. Really nice colt. Go Strong Hanover will be my first A+ of the day. This horse has done everything perfect, done nothing wrong, has a great attitude and a great work ethic. I not to demean Green Shoe in any way. He's had some winners last year. Second overall in 2-year-olds. Money earned last year was Green Shoe as a sire. But Go Strong Hanover does not remind me of any Green Shoes I've seen. Cool, chill, kind of matter-of-fact way about him. I like him. I like the colt. The fact that he's got an extremely good family behind him in Locatelli's family, I have to say this guy is a solid A+ for me.
Oh, I was going to give him an A.
Just an A?
Well, I don't know.
Okay. It's your grading.
Who gets an A+?
Yeah, I told you. The horses that do everything perfect are getting A+s for me. And this guy does nothing wrong, so I had to put him in an A+. You're saying A? Mm-hmm. Okay, an A from Amy. A for Amy. For Go Strong Hanover, had to know.
Ooh, I didn't get to see him.
Why weren't you in there?
I think I had Capistrano and she made a break.
She didn't make a break.
Yes, she did.
Where'd she make a break?
I told you she jumped over a pile of poop.
Where?
On the track, down the lane.
I didn't see that. I looked at it twice.
I literally told you.
I think you made it up.
I told you twice, and then you did your video and said, "Oh, the track was..." No, there's nothing wrong with the track. She literally jumped over a pile of shit on the track.
Okay.
Do you not remember having this conversation?
No, I don't.
I said if I had to, I was holding her together. If I had asked her to go faster, she would have did what she did last week.
You were worried.
Which was run.
You don't know what that's.
But instead, I was like, okay, we'll just stay like this, and then she jumped over something.
Okay.
So we ran anyway.
So you're giving, where are we at here? Head to no. I'm listening for a grade.
So,
I haven't heard one yet.
That was my point. I didn't get to. There's no way he didn't do well. He's an A.
He did very well. Yeah, he's an
And
A.
he popped a quarter crack.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe the track was a little harder than I believe the last week and a half, because that's two-year-olds that pop quarter cracks.
Behind.
Both of them behind, and I've never seen that before. I don't know the last time I had a 2-year-old pop a quarter crack, let alone two-year-olds, two trotting colts, pop them behind. I don't know that I'd seen that. So I need to work a little harder on both their feet. I know Sean was working hard on him today, and but when it comes to this colt too, I like him. It's pretty hard not to. I can't not give him an A+. He's done everything right. He doesn't make breaks. He trots good for everybody, and he works as hard as he can. Has a great attitude. By definition alone, he's an A+. I'm giving him an A+. I'm telling him you only gave him an A also.
I'm not giving anyone an A+.
Hangar One. You're not giving anybody an A+. It's pretty chintzy.
He gets a B. It would be a B-, but he has a good attitude.
Okay. A B-? B?
A B.
Okay, you're giving him a B. I can't give him an A yet. He won his set yesterday, and he looked good. The last 3/8 of the mile is an A+. The first...
So what's the average?
First 5/8 of the mile was like
a
a C. He was just being rude, but he just wants to go, right? And this is more of the green shoe, right? This is more what I remember the green shoe. Hot, wiry, aggressive, stubborn. These are the things that I remember about the green shoes we had. That's why I say in contrast to Go Strong Hanover, how different they are. Now, that's not to say this isn't going to be a nice colt. Castrate him. I think we have him shod properly. He just needs to learn the hobbles. Use the hobbles properly. Relax on the track. But I think that will come, especially after we castrate him. So Hangar One, I'm like you. I can't give him that A category because there's so much to improve on. He is so fast. He's a B+. He can't go yet.
Well,
let's speed up then. He's Fearless Peter.
What set was he in?
He was in the last set. He was good. He's getting an A- for me. He was good last time I went with him. I liked him. Exact 100%. Highest honors, A- because he's fast, does his work right, but huge room for improvement here.
Yeah.
Okay, A- we're both giving. In New York, I'm giving him a straight B. I think he's going to get better and better and better. He wants to do his work. He's well bred. He's got some speed. I'm giving him a straight B. I like the Colt.
Yeah, B.
B, okay. Jailbird Jog.
I like her.
Oh, you like her again?
I do like her.
Oh, you like her again?
It wasn't her fault yesterday.
Her head check broke. It was just way too low, and that was pretty clear to everybody, even our clients out there. You see that. So get her head up. I watched her train in the rain. I know how fast she is. She's an A, and she's about to be an A+ any day now. I guarantee it. A straight A. Okay. Joe J. Fotag is a B-. She just got to get. I'm gonna help her out this week. I liked how she looked yesterday. I didn't like the break. I'm gonna put the hobbles on her and help her out a little bit. But I liked the speed I saw from her yesterday. I hadn't seen that the week before. B- for me for Joe J. Fotag.
Same.
B-. Okay. Jolene Hall, A-.
Okay.
Yeah. Jumping over me. A-. You got to get in the shot too. See, everybody just sees your orange sweater. A- for both of us for Jolene Hall. A lot of talent there. She just needs to put it together in a more consistent manner. She will. Just work. Very nice filly. A- for Jolene Hall. Judy's money.
Ooh. She can get an A+.
Oh, we found an A+ today out of stingy Amy McDonald. A+ across the board. This filly is exactly what we want to see our horses do.
Welcome.
You can act up. Welcome. I see. They can act up and get out of gear and do things wrong, but once we start changing their gear and we hit that sweet spot right where they're good, they're comfortable, we're comfortable, they're happy, and from that point on, plow forward. That's what you want to see, and that's what we've seen in Judy's money. This filly has gone from a little aggressive and a little angry to making breaks to putting it all together and now being, quite frankly, a little bit dominant in the training sets. She is a really nice filly, A+ for sure. Leland Hanover.
Leland, I'll give him a B. He's got some improvement to do, but he's also quite a bit behind everybody else.
Oh, you do got to get him going.
Yes.
Okay, go. I'll finish up without you.
Yeah, everybody A's.
Leland Hanover is getting an A minus.
What?
Okay, a B plus, a B
Oh
plus.
my God.
A lot of room for improvement here with Leland Hanover. He looked good when I went with him on Tuesday. I was happy with him. I did go a mile in 2:52. Watch how angry she gets. What? Don't honk the horn? Okay, sorry, I won't. Fine, go. She thinks I'm going to honk the horn. I can't now, look. What do we got? Leland Hanover. B plus for Leland Hanover. Big, strong Colt, and he's starting to do it right now. Love Sensation. Hard to grade her. She was probably an A minus when we had that procedure done on her. She had a little, wasn't actually an OCD. It was a lesion on her left ankle. They ended up putting a screw in it, which I thought was a little aggressive, all things considered. And Dr. Brown said, no, it won't be a problem at all. This will fix it. No problem at all. He was right. She jogged sound today. We'll see her come back this week. Really, really happy with Love Sensation. Megan's lucky day. Hard to grade her. I think this is an A filly, but I can't possibly give her an A right now. She just come back from having an OCD removed. Her training miles were decent leading up to that. Wiry filly, lots to offer. I'm giving her a B because I think there's light years of work ahead of her. Millie Girl is an A plus. Has been an A plus, has given us no reason not to give her an A plus, and has looked great. Very, very nice filly. My name is Swaney, A minus. She wound her way into the A's with a very smart, focused mile. Go back and look at her first training mile. She is all over the track and doesn't know what to do. Next time we went with her, a lot of the same. This week we've been working with her. The other day, left, moved, sat up the passing lane, driving away straight as a die. That's exactly what we want to see, the progression from our horses. A great mile from My Name is Swaney. Neuromancer, I'll give him an A just because, of course, he could get a little better. I think when all the dust settles, this is going to be one of our best horses. I love this Colt. I'm giving him a straight A. Perfection Hanover is an A plus because there's no reason not to make him an A plus. The horse has done everything perfect. Didn't train in 20 days. He hadn't trained yesterday and went out, and the performance he put on was great. Got beat by a filly in Perfect Thought, who's up now, an A plus also. That just was tight, right? She trained on Tuesday, back on Friday. She was ready to rock and got it done and looked very, very dominant in doing it. But Perfection Hanover hadn't done anything for 20 days other than very lightly jog. Somebody had asked what the virus was he had. I don't know. His legs blew up and he had a little bit of a temperature, just a little bit of a virus that went through him, and it's starting to dissipate now. But you're going to see him come back to life soon. Pretty Eyes and Lies, A minus. She should be a little higher than that. But yesterday, Tyler, I don't think he was just comfortable going in the sets. He didn't really know what we do and how we do it. Sat back a little bit, which I definitely don't want to see. But it's not his fault and not the horse's fault. She does everything right. She's getting an A minus. Rico Tubbs is B plus. I like this the way he finished up his mile yesterday. I like the way he's been trotting. He's doing things great since we castrated him. Riding the Rodeo. Riding the Rodeo is a B plus. B plus. I like the filly. I think she's doing everything right. Really happy with the way she looks, and can't wait to see her train down the rest of the way. Rose Run Bobby, A. She'd be an A plus if it wasn't for yesterday. I'd give her an A plus just for driving Amy crazy, but an A, solid A. And we put the gear on her. She needed a check bit, ear hood. I even put a snake cord on her just in case she wanted to throw herself. She was perfect today jogging. Royal Duchess. I'm going to give her a B plus. I think she is improving. She's going to have bad days, probably more bad days than good, but I don't care. As long as July 15th, when they roll in behind the gate, she's ready to go, I'll be happy, and I think she will be. Royal Duchess, B plus. Royal Flush Dio, B plus also. He continues to improve. Break yesterday kind of knocked him out of the A's, but he's doing his work well, and I'm happy with him. You got your stuff, bud? You got your, I thought you needed your uniform. He knows. I think he needs his uniform. Are the girls coming with me? No, they got to go with you. Okay, go get it, bud. Hurry up. Thank you. It's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's a Sunday and it's snowing. The girls are supposed to go with you. Yeah, weren't they going to the movie? They can come with me. Tell them to come with me. These girls. where were we at here? Royal Flush Deal, B+, yes, Simply Chaotic. I'm not going to, just like the horse earlier on, I'm not marking him. He had a couple OCDs removed. He's back training now. I'm not marking him, but I fully believe that this will be a quality horse for us. Solidarity, I'm giving an A- too. There's clearly lots of talent. It has nothing to do with his attitude. Consistency, confidence, these are things that he's going to have to work on. But Solidarity has got a great attitude and a great work ethic. Steady Volo, A+. I shouldn't have to explain any more than this. This horse has been extremely dominant in his training miles. Won his last training mile with a big curb that had to be bothering him. Love the work ethic, will love the work ethic, and love the extra miles he puts in. Solidarity and Steady Volo, really nice colt. Steph's Hope, I'm gonna give her a B+. She looked good yesterday. She rolled off, but she just come back. That was her first mile back from an OCD operation. The filly looked good, and I think we got a nice filly in Steph's Hope. Sterling Hanover, I'm giving him a B. This guy has a ton of work to do. He's going to be castrated, first and foremost. And I think we have a nice colt on our hands, but he needs to have confidence in himself also. I haven't seen that yet. I see a nice gait. I see a nice head on his shoulders. His attitude's a little skeptical, which is leading to the castration. But I think overall, he's a pretty talented colt. Supermind, I'll give it an A- too. He was good yesterday too and looked good. Source continues to get better. This is the big creatine colt. I like the creatines. We've had a lot of luck with them, and Supermind looks like he's got it back on everything back on track. He was also castrated. Sweet Lake, I'll give a B also too. I like the way she trained on Tuesday. Jason said she was a little uncomfortable, but she was just shod the day before. I have to believe that played a big role. This is a Sweet Lou filly that really has put a lot of work in over the last 3 weeks on either side of that OCD operation, and looks very good on the track. I've been happy with her, still happy with her, and like what I see from Ollie. What about you're not wearing a sweater? Okay, I guess we must be part dragon. I don't know. What do I do here? So when it comes to Sweet Lake, I think should be fine. Tomboy Strong, I'm even an A too, just because we haven't really turned her back on from when she was so dominant in her first 2 or 3 training sessions. There's nothing stopping anybody from doing it. Filly has a lot of ability, a lot of talent. We'll probably cut her loose in her next set. You'll see her come back to life. You can't always have her in go mode, right? It's 6 months to go, 5 months to go, 6 months to go before they're ready to go. So horse like her, just let her idle for a little bit. We'll turn around next week. Uncle Danny was awesome. One of our best horses. A+ for him. I said Tomboy Strong A, right? A+ for Uncle Danny. Looks great. Woodmere Bullet, I can't really mark him. He's in Prince Edward Island. I hear great things. We'll try and get you a video of some sort of him as he trains down. Xena Kemp, A-. Lots of speed, lots of talent. Makes the odd break. Mentally, she's starting to figure it out and get better every week. That's why she's at an A-. So we started together to mark all the horses. Amy had to leave. Ollie's got baseball practice. I'm taking the girls to the movies right now. You are completely caught up with your babies, with your racehorses. I'll come back to the 3-year-olds in just a minute.